The death toll continues to climb in Turkey and Syria, claiming over 11,000 lives since the two massive earthquakes. The damage and loss is absolutely heartbreaking. It's just devastating. Here are the most recent numbers, the latest numbers from Turkey and Syria because of the earthquake. Turkey reported at least over 8,500 deaths, and Syria reported over 1,200 deaths. 49,000, almost 50,000 people injured. Thank you, Washington Post, for this reporting. And let's take a look at some photos that were taken by Maxar Technologies, a US defense contractor headquartered in Colorado, show a bird's eye view of several Turkish towns before and after the tremblers. Here is the before, and team, let's put up the after. Yeah, and so many people have been displaced. You can see the tents in the satellite images. Our next image. But the devastation doesn't end there because sanctions are slowing down relief. And we want to remind you of that. There are sanctions against Syria. Let's put this up. The head of the Syrian Arab Red Crescent, K. Healed Hubati. We need heavy equipment, ambulances, and firefighting vehicles to continue to rescue and remove the rubble. And this entails lifting sanctions on Syria as soon as possible. And the sanctions, no doubt, hamper relief and rescue efforts. The US Congress has adopted the so-called Caesar Act in 2020, according to which any group or company doing business with Syrian government faces sanctions. The act extends the scope of the previously existing sanctions on Syria imposed by the US and its European allies since the beginning of the war in the country in 2011. So you know what, come on folks. Those sanctions should definitely be lifted for something like this, just for something like this. And then we can go back to our respective corners. There are too many people suffering, too many people have lost their lives for us to continue along this course. Jackson, your thoughts on what is happening in Syria and Turkey?
I think as this has been developing, one of the things that I've really, that's really come to my mind is the importance of anybody to really pay attention to what our foreign policy is, because it directly impacts our ability to help people who go through these types of natural disasters at all. 100% in agreement. We definitely should lower these sanctions, remove these sanctions, at least for the time being.
Yeah.
Because so many people are impacted who have nothing to do with the political goals or any of the history of the people in power in terms of governments being in competition with one another.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times when things like this happen, people naturally want to help one another. But a lot of the time, the foreign policy that we have in place can be aiding in making the situation so bad, but also prevent us from being able to help in ways that we like. So it's just, at every corner you see, political involvement is very important.
It is. We definitely need to figure this out to help the people of Syria and the people of Turkey. Thoughts and prayers, and there are groups that are taking action. But yeah, this is devastating.